ShortMeTina here, once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Today is Thursday, so happy Thursday. Can't believe the week went by so quickly. I'm going to jump into a recap. Today we're going to stick with small caps, the Russell, because I do pay attention to that as well, in addition to the SPY. But I've been doing the S&P 500 for a few weeks now, so I said let me just maybe take a break, or at least for today, just talk a little bit about small cap. Before I get into that, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a solid thumbs up and comment in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts on the video and not exactly, and also on the things that I have to say. Not going to be too long. I only have maybe two other stocks that I want to inform you about. All right, so let's get underway. What happened today? Unemployment claims numbers came out. I think it was something about, I don't know exactly, but definitely a little over 5 million, under 6. It was like 5.2 or 5.5, something to that effect. Bringing the total unemployment claims since we've been in this 4-week lockdown to around 22 million, if you've been paying attention. 22 million effectively has the unemployment rate in this country at around 14%, or a little over 14%. I believe there's something like 150 million Americans. 22 million of them rather, filed unemployment claims within the last 4 weeks. And there's some statistics going around saying in terms of job creations since the last Great Recession, like about 10 years ago, right, 2008, 2009. So it took about 10 plus years to create about 20 million jobs, which is quite interesting. And it just took about 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks for all that to be wiped away. So that's kind of one of the interesting facts going around. It's really a sad and dire situation, but you pay attention to the markets and it's not necessarily reflected. I believe the NASDAQ is actually up at this point year to date. The small cap is still lagging. I haven't done the percentage calculations. You can do that yourself. And the SPY at this point is probably about maybe 5 to 7% from all-time high. So market has definitely rallied back since bottoming in March. And that V-shaped recovery that a lot of folks talked about might be underway. I was a little skeptical, considering, again, the high unemployment claims and all the things that I've spoken about before. I was very skeptical that we would have such a fast recovery. But again, that just shows the disconnection, in my opinion, between what's being reflected in the market and what's actually going on Main Street. But nonetheless, as a trader, you just trade. You trade the charts. You trade what you see. As an investor, you might look at things a little bit differently. And as such, I've been trading. And so I'm going to talk about two stocks that have worked well for us in the premium member community. I spoke about one yesterday and the day prior, and I'll add a new one to the list. But to the IWM, this is a daily chart, just focusing really here on when the market took a little bit of a collapse. Not a little bit, it actually collapsed 30, 35, close to 40% in the Russell in a very short time. Traded sideways for a little bit here, closed at 116.91. We're coming up to resistance. That resistance level is 120. Futures is up in a huge way. I just took a look at the Russell and it's up over 4%. So that would be the equivalent of it trading at around 122 right now, which brings it above that resistance level of 120. Now, if this can actually continue heading into trading tomorrow, because sometimes the futures will be up the night before and then we'll open up down on the market. So I'm not necessarily saying that the futures being up 4% will translate into a very up day, which is looking like it might actually be. So if that's the case, and we do have follow through into regular session tomorrow, and we trade above 120, I definitely see us filling this gap here at around 140. So despite my despite my bearish stance on the market when all of this occurred, it seems as though the market has charged back. Am I throwing away my bearish thesis? Absolutely not. I still think it's wise to have a short position on. I still think it's wise to hedge. But also too, I think it also makes sense to partake in this rally that has been underway for the last 2 weeks, trying to find long setups. So that's where we're kind of at, looking for both long and short setups. So with the IWM, just to recap, we closed at 116.91, up about 4% if you pay attention to the futures. The Russell is up about 4%. So it's looking like it might be a really huge up Friday. And if this continues, I can see us busting through resistance of around 120 and getting followed through and filling this gap here of around 140. Hope that makes sense. What else? All right, so to some of the long trades that I've been paying attention to, Walmart, I spoke about this, I want to say the last two videos that I've done this week, and I'm still bullish on Walmart. Again, full disclaimer, full disclosure, we took this trade, I want to say last week, and almost immediately we saw profit, and the stock really has been acting beastly. Is that a word? Beastly. It's been doing really well for the past 2 days. Closed at 132.33, trading at all-time highs. Got very, very shy of 133 today, and like I indicated before, I still see this within the short term getting to north of 150. So still potential upside here with Walmart. Pay attention. Put it on your radar. Put it on your watch list. What else do I have for you? All right, so let's wrap it up and round it out with Tesla, ticker TSLA. It's a daily chart. It's up about 2% on the day, but you can see here the stock has actually been up about 9 straight days, going back to the beginning of the month with a low of 468. That's correct. Just a few trading days ago, this stock was trading at 468. Right now, it's at 745.21. And if you pay attention to what's going on in after hours, it's up additionally. We had an after hours high print of 791. Last I checked, it was trading at 775. Before I continue, I like to be transparent. I mean, as best as I can, but full disclaimer, full disclosure, another stock that we took in the premium member community just this week alone. I want to say that we entered this, was it this week? Yeah, I believe it was this week. We entered this trade, Tesla this week, I think Walmart last week. So again, although I am relatively bearish on the economy within the shorter and intermediate term, I'm paying attention to the stock market and seeing that there's a lot of stocks that are actually gaining traction. And as a trader, you want to participate in that. And I initially was going to short Tesla, but then I remembered me shorting it around here and getting badly burned. And by badly burned, meaning that I was stopped out of the trade. I don't let my losses get out of control. And so I said to myself, you know what? If this market continues to act the way it's acted the last week or two, I do not think that shorting Tesla would be the best thing. And so I initially said, you know what, let's flip that short to a long. I saw this acting bullish, and here you find that again, just a few trading days ago, the stock was trading at 468. I'm pretty sure probably in pre-market we're going to hit a high of 800. Now, that's providing that what I'm seeing now in the futures translate into a regular session, right? Like there's a continuation. And if that happens, I think obviously a lot of stocks will be up, Tesla included. I can see this hitting 800 and possibly beyond. I don't see us necessarily topping out at the high of 968. I don't see us getting there, but I see us getting relatively close. So if you're looking for a momentum play, it doesn't get any better than ticker TSLA Tesla. Again, nothing to do with the fundamentals, just paying attention to the chart. And so we're going to cap it there. Hope that this was helpful. Tina here, once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Are you going to jump on Tesla? Are you in Tesla? Are you looking to short it? What about Walmart? Have you been looking at that? Is it a trade you want to take? What about the IWM? Again, NASDAQ is, I think it's up slightly year to date. The IWM is still lagging. What are your thoughts regarding that? Again, comment in the comment section. That's the first thing too. I do videos every single day. Ensure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. And lastly, my friend, right now what we're doing on our website is hosting a free 14-day trading course, essentially detailing a lot of the things that I've learned trading the stock market for the last 20 years. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening. And as always, thank you for the support. I'll talk to you tomorrow.